welcome to everyone's favourite TV show for all things building and construction.
Hello, Jessica. Don't tell me I know this one. Building ideas.
Ah, he's got it, Terry. Hey, today we are in my neck of the woods. We are checking out this beautiful two-storey home which we are going to feature.
It is a subdivision which was brought to us by our feature host today, Elmac Homes.
And Terry, that's a name you're familiar with, isn't
Sure is. We'll get to that later, but before we do, let's see what else is on today's show.
We'll take a look at the new North Adelaide Aquatic Centre, plus check in on pool safety around the home. And we get our yearly update from the good folks at Homestart on how to get into your new home sooner.
Well, once again, there's plenty to keep us interested today, starting with this impressive facade. The striking, clean and elegant frontage is a great blend of coastal chic and modern design, with a double garage for all your toys. The concrete riverbed driveway, feature door, black trim and stone portico petition are all signs of the considered design and quality craftsmanship that we've all become used to with the team from Elmac Homes.
After the break, we are going to step inside this 5-bedroom beauty. So stick around.
In previous episodes, we've learnt just how important it is to check the progress of your home while you're building or renovating to ensure its longevity. We've also learnt how thorough the award-winning team at House Inspect Australia are in doing so. Today, we're going to put their skills to the test with swimming pools. But first, I'm going to lather up. The award-winning team are all about peace of mind for you and the builder, which should give us all some peace when it comes to checking the quality and compliance of our pools. All homes with a pool or spa must have a compliance certificate issued for the pool fence before being sold. Mike, we've come to expect the attention to detail from the House Inspect team. What are you guys looking for when it comes to inspecting pools for a purchaser or a builder of a pool?
So we'll come out and inspect the property. We look at the pool fence. Obviously, we'll come out, we'll have our tape, we'll measure to make sure that this internal fence is 1,200 high.
Right, that's
or
regulation.
Higher. Regulation.
Okay.
We make sure that these gaps underneath and in between are under 100 millimetres.
Right.
All right, in width or height. So that there, we can't have more than 100 mil gap.
Sure.
Underneath that. So we want to make sure that the gate opens away from the pool. Can't open inwards. Has to open away from the pool. So it opens away from the pool, and then when you let it go, it closes.
Self-closing.
Right? And then latches. It's got to happen. If it doesn't do that, it doesn't comply.
Okay.
We're looking for things around the pool that would make the fence climbable. So, you know, so that wouldn't be allowed to be there, because that there is a climbable hazard. So a child could stand up on that, all of a sudden they're over.
What if I'm building a pool and the pool itself? Do you guys offer any services for like the lining, waterproofing and that sort of stuff?
So we can come out and check the structure. So much like when you're building a house, particularly if it's a concrete pool, we can come out and check the structure, make sure it's built to what the engineer has specified.
Signage? I see there's a House Inspect signage here about resuscitation.
Yeah.
That's important, and maybe a little known fact from people that you need to have that.
Mandatory. It's mandatory.
And what is that?
The sign needs to be in the pool zone. It needs to be visible from within the pool. And it's obviously the steps on how to perform CPR.
Right. Big one.
Yep.
Budgie smugglers. How do you adjudicate whether someone should or shouldn't be wearing the budgies by the pool? What's the policy there?
I think it's an age limit.
Right, right.
Right, so I'm probably outside that age limit.
Right.
So yeah, I would think maybe 30.
Right, is the capping.
I reckon that's the capping.
So I'm just out.
I reckon just.
It's summer in Australia and we all love a swim, and the best swim, well, it's a safe swim, right? So if you're looking at a house with a pool, or maybe you're building a pool and you want to make sure it's safe and compliant, just contact the team at House Inspect Australia. They'll do all the checks and balances and make sure you're good to go.
Stepping through the front door, you are greeted with beautifully polished concrete floors. and a wide, welcoming hallway that is beckoning you through to the open-plan living and kitchen area at the rear of the home. And with direct access from the garage into the hall, you could quite easily sneak upstairs using the gorgeous staircase with Tasmanian oak balustrades, the wood highlights featuring throughout the home, adding that warmth and quality finish. Well, arriving in this kitchen living area, talk about making a statement. It's just so elegant and inviting, but also very open and spacious at the same time. I don't know what to do first. Entertain, relax, maybe go for a dip in the pool. Complete with a butler's pantry at the rear of the kitchen, this expansive entertaining zone comes with all the appliances you could need, even spilling out into the alfresco area with an integrated barbecue that quite literally feels like another room. Everywhere you look in here is light and bright, and that is in some part because of this sizable void right above the kitchen here, which does remind you that there is another world upstairs waiting for you. Upstairs you'll find more bedrooms and additional living areas, which provide those extra zones that you quite often look for in an open-planned home. The design theme and attention to detail in this LMAC home is consistent throughout. The wooden accents connecting you through different areas, but also acting as a gentle reminder that you are in fact in one beautiful space. Well, after the break, get your bathers because we are off to check out the North Adelaide Aquatic Centre. Terry's going to catch up with Lucas from LMAC Homes to find out what drives the team, and I'm upstairs to have a sneak peek at that master bedroom. I used to love coming to the Aquatic Centre as a kid. We'd come up on the bus from Mount Gambier, and I remember when we would arrive here, it just felt like such a wonderland. You know, the pools and the facilities here have served South Australians so well. In fact, many Adelaide kids learnt how to swim here. But as many of you know, it is time to give her a bit of an upgrade. The new world-class Adelaide Aquatic Centre is one step closer to becoming a reality for all South Aussies, and it'll be constructed on the adjacent grounds of the existing centre. This state-of-the-art facility will include multiple indoor and outdoor pools, spas, saunas, steam rooms, along with a gymnasium and a cafe. All right, John, so we're standing here on a cricket pitch in the middle of the parklands, but we're here to talk about swimming. Paint the picture for me. What are we going to be seeing here?
It's a great question, Jess. This is an exciting project.
Yeah.
If we take it, well, careful, you're about to get in the 50-metre pool.
Oh no, I need my bathers.
We're in a 50-metre pool here.
Wow.
10 lanes wide,
Fantastic.
50 metres long, right in front of what's the old centre.
Yes.
Just behind us will also be the outdoor area. That's a 25-metre pool.
Wow.
That'll have 8 lanes. It'll have some diving boards there as well. But it's an exciting project. $135 million by the state government. The City of Adelaide also contributing $20 million for when we've got to demolish the old centre. It's had its life. It's at the end of its life. This is a brand new centre. It'll be great for all South Australians and all visitors.
When I walk into that old centre, it still looks great. What is it, people might be thinking, why do we need the new centre? Why are we putting it here? Why is it not going over there? What's the thinking behind all of that?
Good question. That old centre, we've had swimming here in the parklands for around about since 1960s. They put a roof over that outdoor pool. It was an outdoor pool then in the 1980s.
Yeah.
So that's now quite old. It's an old facility, it's tired. We're looking for something vibrant for South Australia.
Yeah.
We're going to have 4 water slides. They'll be 17 metres high.
Wow.
They're all enclosed. Some of the tubes will go outside the building, but it's enclosed, be able to be used all year round. There's a great splash area inside for children to enjoy. There's the 50-metre pool. There's also a 25-metre learn to swim pool, and then there's another 15-metre pool which is also about hydrotherapy, and they're all heated, so it'll be a great experience for everyone that comes here when we're ready and we're finished in the summer of 26.
I want to dive right in now.
Let's dive in. We're there. You can picture it now.
Yeah.
This is an iconic shaped building, a lot of neutral tones. It's going to have a lot of woodwork, exposed beams inside. This will be an iconic structure for South Australia.
And tell me, I imagine there must be quite a few, jobs involved in terms of the construction and the building process.
Yeah, over the period of the construction, 1,500 jobs. Wow. That'll be made up of everything from apprentices to carpenters to plumbers to pool builders, everything. This is a building that has everything in it, from chippies and steel fixers. It's a fantastic opportunity for South Australia, keeping that employment going right through to the summer of 25-26.
Fantastic. There's no doubt it is a massive project, but when you add it all up, we'll actually end up with 1,000 square metres more parklands in this area, especially once the old centre is converted back to green space. Another bonus, the new aquatic centre will be running on 100% renewable energy. So get the bathers ready. I think this centre is going to make quite a splash.
Elmac Homes were founded in 2011 with a mission to provide a custom building service that focuses on quality and affordability. To this day, Lucas and his skilled team take pride in interpreting their client's vision and bringing it to life, a responsibility they are all very passionate about. You're an awarded apprentice, you're a master carpenter, new build, renovation specialist. Was this all part of the plan when you started out, mate?
The plan was to get a job to start off with. Yeah. Went to uni for a little bit, wasn't really my thing. Yeah. And once I got out in the sun and got my hands dirty, I realised that was the life I wanted to lead.
How does it evolve? Like, you go from one job to the other, and then you look back 10 years later and you think, wow, we've come a long way. What's the secret sauce?
I think the building industry's naturally evolved during that period of time as well, which has helped with our growth. I guess we started off doing, 5-6 projects a year when I was working on the tools full-time still, and that was all we could handle at the time, to a point where we're sustaining around 20-odd projects a year now.
I know what the process looks like when you engage Elmac, but, how do you see it in your mind? Someone comes to Elmac for a project, what's the journey look like?
Some people come to us, as you did, with a full set of architectural plans. So we get acquainted with the project retrospectively, I guess, in that regard, and then move through our processes to get it to a build. If they come to us and it's just an idea, they've just started discussing it, they're looking for some advice or some input from us, then we'll take them through that part of the journey as well, and help them through the design process.
Like you said, every project's different, has its own creative, has its own budget, but your values and your principles are the same, aren't they? You guys are really hands-on. Tell us the things that you pride yourselves on.
I guess we pride ourselves on being honest and transparent, and we do projects in the inner western suburbs right through to the eastern suburbs, York Peninsula. We've got projects on the Adelaide Hills, so we get around a bit around through Adelaide, and we treat all of our customers with the same level of respect and courtesy. We treat every house like it's our own. We spend your money like it's our own. We just try and be honest and upfront, I guess. Yeah. Talk
to me about this house. Like, this was a pretty special build. What were the objectives that you had to achieve? What are you proud of? Yeah, it was a different process for me. I mean, this is our own family home. We do use it for work purposes. We do open it as an appointment-only display, but that probably evolved as the project evolved. So initially, we just needed a bigger home for our family. An opportunity presented itself with our neighbour. So this is a duplex build. Where they were developing this block. They're friends of ours, and it was just a win-win situation for both couples. So we decided to delve into this, and I guess along the way, as I said about the building industry, well, the real estate market's done the same thing. The price of real estate's gone up. So what we thought we were building at the start of the project versus what we were building at the end of the project were actually two different things. Whilst we thought it might have been a stepping block for us into something else, we probably feel pretty happy now. We're pretty proud of what we created all in all. That says a lot about the build. I'm sure a lot of clients would come to you with a view for the house, but then they receive it, they get the keys and they go, well, hang on, this could quite easily be our forever home.
Yeah, that's what we probably try to do. I mean, we build family homes. We don't build houses, we build homes.
With building or renovating being such a significant investment for many of us, it's heartening to see that Elmac pride themselves on being passionate stewards of every project they undertake. Stick around, because after the break, Jessica finally gets a look at that master bedroom wing. Air compressors are the unsung hero for countless jobs, but how do you know which one's right for you? As a platinum dealer of one of Australia's leading air compressor companies, Bianco's are sure to have the perfect solution. Enter Peerless Compressors. Peerless air compressors are the backbone of many projects, from inflating tyres to powering tools and machinery on the job. Peerless have a range of compressors with various specs and performance capabilities, and they're proudly Australian owned and manufactured. At Bianco's Building and Landscape Supplies, their expert team will make sure you get the right one for your needs, whether it's a compressor for domestic use or full industrial power. Their expert staff are there to assist in finding the ideal compressor. Power up your projects with Peerless air compressors, available at Bianco. You know, owning your own home is a great Australian dream. Unfortunately, in today's day and age, having the resources to do so, or even the finances, are very challenging. Thankfully though, for decades here in South Australia, we've had Homestart, helping put South Australians into homes easier. With their range of products including graduate loans, construction loans, and even shared equity options, there's no denying the fact that Homestart make every effort to make the home ownership journey as smooth and seamless as possible. Today, we're lucky enough to catch up once again with Homestart's CEO, Andrew Mills, and learn about the services on offer from the Homestart team. Hey mate, it's been 12 months, but just give us a refresh. Homestart, what is it that you guys do?
Absolutely, Terry. So Homestart's an initiative of the Government of South Australia, and we're here to make home ownership a reality for more people in more ways.
Yep.
And we do that by providing low deposit home loans and a variety of home loans that are really there to make the difference to help people get into home ownership sooner than they otherwise might. We're not just here for first home buyers, we're actually here to help all South Australians who need some assistance getting into home ownership. And it's true that around 2/3 of our lending goes to first home buyers, but there's a large portion of the market who still need some assistance getting into home ownership. Might be after relationship breakdown, for example. And Homestart's a great option to help people get back on their feet.
What about people who are building?
Yeah, so
look at this.
Look, all these things around us, Homestart can definitely help with that. Around 1/3 of our lending goes towards financing the construction of new homes all over South Australia.
Okay.
The great thing about building with Homestart is we've got this terrific benefit that's only available through Homestart for people who are building a home. And that is that you can start building your home and you don't have to make any repayments for the first 9 months or until your house is completed. Now, that's brilliant.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's fantastic. So you think about the situation. You're paying rent, your home's being built.
Yeah.
And while your home's being built, you don't need to make any loan repayments for that first 9 months.
Because that can be the struggle for some people. You're paying rent and a mortgage, and that can be pretty tight. Cost of living.
Well, you think about the cost of living, we know how expensive that is for so many households right now. And one of the great things about the Homestart loan is that our repayments really behave differently to home loans from other banks. So with a Homestart home loan, your repayment is fixed at the outset at an affordable level. Now, it doesn't matter what interest rates do, your home loan repayment's fixed for 12 months, and then it will only increase by an amount equivalent to inflation.
You guys are never resting on your laurels, are you?
No.
You're always looking for a different way and a better way to help South Australians.
Yeah, look, in our 34 years, as I said, we've helped over 80,000 South Australians to buy a home. It's a tremendous achievement. We have about 1 in 4 South Australian first home buyers use Homestart to get started in the market. And I think it's absolutely essential that we never do rest, that we're always looking for ways that we can help the community to keep that dream of home ownership alive.
For me, it's the way Homestart are constantly looking for new and innovative ways to make the journey to home ownership more accessible for more South Australians that I particularly love. If you're in the market for a new home to buy or build, make them your first call. Visit one of their 3 locations or jump online. Swim, anyone?
Now, this is what I'm talking about. The master bedroom feels like its own wing. It's been so beautifully appointed and, of course, flows right on through to the gorgeous wardrobe and ensuite. Keeping in line with the consistent theme of maximising the use of natural light throughout the home, the master bathroom comes with a skylight hovering over the dual showers, making this bathroom a private sanctuary for the parents to enjoy and pretend they don't hear the kids. even if it's just for a moment. This feature home has just been such a delight, and the LMAC Homes story and values should bring real confidence to anyone looking to build or renovate. As for me, well, I just feel so at home here, like this could be my home. Like I actually don't want to leave. So for now, let's just see what's on next week's episode.
Marshall and Brougham and One Rundle Trading show us one of their most recent projects, Devar House. Plus, we hear from Team Bianco, get an update on lead paint safety, along with learning about hidden fire hazards in the home. And we see just how achievable an environmentally minded home can be with the team from Adelaide Green Homes.
Looks like another great show on the way. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you to all of our contributors. If you want to learn more about anyone from today's show, visit their websites or the Building Ideas Instagram page. For now, we will see you next week, and this guy will probably still be here.
Is anyone doing coffees?